This video is filmed over about a year, so if I look quite different in the beginning of this video, that's why. I've always been a very hairy person. Coarse hair, dark hair, and I also don't really like to spend any time on like personal grooming. And yet I find myself to be very self-conscious if I don't shave. This is obviously a product of living in a patriarchy. It's not something I'm pumped about. Like, I wish that I just didn't care. I think a lot of people make it work without shaving. They're happier, they look great. But for me, I'm already dealing with some serious dysmorphia thoughts, and I just want to lighten the load when it comes to intimacy and it comes to feeling good in my body. This is something that I believe is going to help me feel more confident and help me kind of embrace myself. And also, honestly, one less thing I will be thinking about, I will be spending time on. I'm predicting potentially a little bit of pushback on this video, mainly because I tend to try to uphold a very body positive presence and reflect that in the content that I make. And I think this could be viewed as reinforcing like negative standards, beauty standards that women are expected to uphold. That's not what I'm trying to do. I just want to put that out there. I'm sure I'll still see the comments for that, and that's fine. I'm not telling anyone that you need to remove your body hair to be beautiful or to be attractive. This is a choice that I'm making for myself, period. So if that's something that you're struggling with, or you don't remove your body hair and you don't want to see someone going through the journey of removing body hair, then don't watch this video. You know, this one's not for you. But if you're curious about laser hair removal, you have a lot of questions about what's the pain gonna be like? What's the process gonna be like? How well does it actually work? Does it really remove your hair? Is it permanent? Those are all things that I discuss in this video. And yeah, I know it's not like a lot of my other content, so if it's not up your alley, just catch you on the next one, you know? So I have to shave everywhere that I'm gonna get the laser hair removal done. And one of those places is my mustache. I've never ever put a razor to my face ever in my life. It just feels wrong to me. I know people do it. This mustache is getting out of control. Here we go. I feel like a guy back in the barber days. I tend to tell the Sweeney Todd. I'm shaving the direction of my hair at the moment. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm scared. This is a good angle for me. Oh god, oh god. Oh, it feels so wrong. Do they think that walls can hide you? Even now I'm at your window. Always such a creepy scene. This one whisker doesn't want to go. You know, I was scared about getting the actual procedure done, which I'm getting done for the first time later today. The worst part of this unforeseen is actually having to shave every nook and cranny of your body. I never do that, and all I can say is this better freaking work, because I hate doing it. It's not fun for me at all. It takes forever. This is like growing out my hair on my leg for like 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. So this is first. This is the baseline. Look at that. Yeah, I'm really showing you the goods. Just walking off some nerves. I just called them. The lady seemed very, very friendly. I told her I tried to shave off every single hair possible. She thought that was very funny, but I wasn't joking. We were in many angles with mirrors and sharp objects. And I've decided I'm gonna have Arya come with me because I'm nervous. I'm sure this is gonna be humiliating, but he's coming because I'm scared. Oh, also she told me I don't need numbing cream and I don't need to take an ibuprofen. So I'm gonna try this first session without any ibuprofen, see how I feel. It's gonna be about an hour experience.
An hour experience.
What do you got?
I've got my Steam Deck, so I can play some games while he's getting zapped. What a treat for me. It's gonna be fine, sweetie.
In my robe.
How are you feeling?
Scared, but a little less bad. The happy trail area is not as bad at all. I can't hear a word you're saying. Those like little quick, like a really talented teaser. Basically, laser hair removal is the use of a laser that emits light that is absorbed by the actual color, melanin in your hair. And that light energy is converted to heat, which damages the hair follicles. Skin's a little red after the fact. I survived. Only took 50 minutes altogether. Ignore my bruises. A little redness. They gave me some aloe and hydrocortisone or something like that. Hope I have enough.
First session done.
First session done. Okay, honestly, here's my truth. Parts of it were not as bad as I expected. Some parts were worse than I expected, pain-wise. Overall, not too bad.
Overall, you did great.
I did shed a tear.
Ah, she did. I didn't see though.
It was involuntary. It was when I was getting the bikini done. In between, underneath, the like undercarriage. Easily worst part was the frontal bikini and the like canal, and then shins. Whole lower leg, quite painful. Upper lip, hardly felt it. Armpits were sensitive. So starting with that was intimidating. Happy trail, not too bad. Thighs, not bad at all. Inner regions, sensitive. I feel confident about the next one. I think I will take an ibuprofen for the next one, just because why not? That's that. I have like a crime scene on my legs. So now I have to not use any lotion or anything really on my skin for 24 hours. But other than that, just stay in, watch movies, and eat food. Okay, so it's been a week since I got the laser away stuff done. Still really nothing on my upper lip. And then this one whisker that will just never freaking quit. But mostly still pretty much in the clear. And look at my lower legs. They're like coming back in kind of patchy. This is after a week. I mean, this would be how my legs looked after about 3 days normally, and it would be more full. It better be scared to come back, because zapping this part off hurt the most. It's interesting that this side's coming in more than this side. That's very fascinating to me. And this is what we got for underarm. Not bad at all. That's not how that normally works. It wasn't like super sensitive either, like coming back in. Like my skin wasn't very irritated. Like, you know, it's coming back, but this is like stubble I would see after like 2 days. This is after just one session, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like after like the 5th or the 6th or the 8th session. I'm being a naked mole rat. Very impressed with how much this has held up. This is after my first session, and it's been 5 weeks. My mustache is still like not really back. It's just like little hairs. And there's one stubborn ass, there it is, one whisker that just won't freaking quit. This whisker is inspiring me to try harder in day-to-day life. It's like all of the hairs I used to have are just like powering through this whisker. Armpit too. It's like only a few little hairs coming through. I'm like just shocked because again, I've only had the procedure done once. This time I think the setting was higher. My skin is more raised on my legs. I just did the hydrocortisone cream. You know, it's not fun. I mean, as in, it's not nothing. It's not like you don't feel anything. You definitely do. And again, lower legs, so brutally painful. The rest is pretty much okay. She did say that the more I do this, the more the hair will thin. It'll be less painful because I guess my hair on my legs is very thick and coarse. Had to take a break on my shin. I feel really good now that it's done. And that time only took about a half an hour. So, and the shaving time only took about a half an hour. Although I should have shaved more close to the skin. She said I need to do a better job next time. Now I gotta protect myself from the sun, and that's not gonna be a problem because I'm in the process of unpacking all of my stuff at our new apartment, so. Okay, so this is the 3-week check after my second appointment with the laser hair removal at Laserway. I will say I don't have any like ingrown hairs. That's like one thing that's really shocked me is I have no ingrown hairs. And I have like no irritation. Like there's no, like that I normally get with shaving. Like there's no itchiness or anything, honestly, which is the nicest surprise because I have extremely sensitive skin. And I always get ingrown hairs and like I get chafing and all this stuff. 3 weeks. This is the armpit, left armpit. Got a couple of stragglers up there, but that's really it. Over here, got a couple stragglers up there. Mustache. Couple of little guys over there. Just the little ones, but they're growing so slowly. Really not growing much hair at all. I have some hairs underneath, some random hairs here. That's pretty much it. Like there's just a few of them. Before of the second procedure, Oh my god, just don't look at the zit, okay? I just got out of the shower, just don't look at it. I will say so far my confidence has increased a little bit because I just feel like I have less hair. I do. Duh, but also less ingrown hairs. And like walking around naked, I'm just feeling a little more like apt to do it. Gives me a little pep in my step. I'm not out here doing naked cartwheels or anything, but just saying. That's one thing I've noticed. Let's do our updates. Mustache check. There's some little friends up at the top, but for the most part, nothing else, which is wild. Legs, got some bristles. Okay, so it's been 5 weeks since the second treatment, and I went to the beach with a bunch of friends, and like all I needed to do to shave, to touch up, took about 5 minutes. So that was really quick compared to the hour it would normally take me. And what's better is that there were no ingrown hairs, which is something I dealt with a lot, especially around the bikini line, but even on my legs. That was a huge improvement and was really nice, and I felt more confident, just felt better. I have to be honest with you, shaving for this appointment was an absolute nightmare. So I was, no joke, squatting over a mirror for 2.5 hours, in and out of the shower so it wouldn't get fogged up. A nightmare. Just like...
Do you want me to tap or not tap?
You can try without first. Maybe do tap, actually. Y'all, this hurts so much more. Holy shit. Okay, these are like the bubbling sensations that have happened since doing this treatment. I'm putting hydrocortisone and aloe, I think, combo on it. It seems to go down after like 30 minutes, but I think it's different for everyone. We upped the intensity because I'm on my third. This wonderful technician had a Theragun for me to use to like help like make my body focus on something else that was going on while they were doing it. I had a stress ball, I had numbing packs, like ice packs. But damn, dude, that was intense. That was definitely the most intense one. On the bright side, since it was so intense, and since my technician, Jessica, did such a great job, like, I'm definitely gonna see huge results from it, but fuck, that hurt. But I'm done, I'm through with it. Not forever, till the next time, but I've got 6 weeks, so. Now I'm gonna go treat myself to something delicious, maybe some ice cream or something. It's been like 4 weeks since the super intense third treatment, and although my mustache is coming back, pretty much everything else is still pretty hairless. There's like little to nothing there. And my lower legs have just come back like super sparse. This is a month of no shaving.
The hair that grows back after just the third treatment is like so weak. It's trying. It's like pushing out whatever that poor follicle can. It's like the little plants and roots you see on a sidewalk that like pop up between the cement slabs. It's like life will find a way, you know. Some of them are weak and some of them have given up. The actual quality of the hair is just finer. A finer quality, less coarse. Bikini area, really sparse, not growing back as much. Super fine hair, super fine. Upper leg hair is growing back, but super fine. So not too crazy. It's my 4th session today. Naturally, I waited last minute before I prepped for this, aka shave every single part of my body. Got the annoying part done, and I'm gonna try taking some ibuprofen.
I always come to my appointments looking like someone who's just completely confused with what the human experience and what human fashion is. You feel sexy under the clothes, but you're also wearing clothes that don't make any sense, but they gotta be kind of loose. You want space after you get this done. But I'm hoping, since they've been zapping away and the, you know, maybe the follicles are getting weaker, that it will be less painful. Finished. The pain goes away pretty fast, but you feel it when it's there. And my legs look like a battlefield afterwards. She ain't pretty. Let's be real here. When it's over, I feel like I have just run a marathon. Like, I feel like I have just fought in the gladiator ring and I am victorious. Or like I've like done something really impressive, like given birth. The people who are doing it, like the person, the esthetician or the technician that's doing it, so nice and is asking, you know, is this too much? Is this okay? I don't know why I never say like, maybe take it down a notch, because I want to, like, if I'm doing it, I feel like I should just do it the most powerful amount, because then, you know, it's gonna buzz the follicle even more. And so I'm like, oh, if it's gonna hurt, I may as well let it hurt the most and then get better results. But I've already seen some serious results just with the halfway mark, so I can only imagine what it's gonna be like once I've gotten to like the 7th or 8th. Well, this little naked mole rat is going back home. Okay, so it's like 3 weeks since the 4th session, which was the most painful one so far. And I'm just gonna say, at first I was annoyed because I felt like the hair was growing back right away. And now I'm looking and I'm like, it actually only grew back in really small random ass patches. But like overall, like not a lot of hair. Mustache is just like a couple of like adventurous little soldiers, but mostly like not there. Now the hair just grows back like weirdly patchy and like honestly looks really strange. But in some spots it's like not growing back at all. Okay, this is the day of the 5th session. Mustache is really coming in. I just saw a comment on one of my videos that said, look at the mustache on that broad. And I was like, what is he talking about? But I'm looking at it now. But by the way, commenters that comment that, you're so rude. Yes, well now I have to commemorate this iconic look. I feel like my grandmother trying to do my glasses. They're like giving like steampunk. Putting hydrocortisone and aloe on my face and anywhere else that is irritated. I have to say, it's either I'm a freaking Xena warrior princess or the hair follicles have been barbecued beyond the point of repair and it just doesn't hurt as much, or Danielle, the technician, was just a miracle worker, because that was not bad at all. I definitely used more of the ice packs for my lower legs, and that helped a ton. Highly recommend it. If it's not offered, just ask, and then ask for new ones when they melt. I did it for my underarms, and I did it for bikini, and I did it for lower legs, and it was so much better. This also did not take that long. This took like, I want to say 45 minutes, so it's getting easier. Don't just endure it. Ask for them to turn it down, or ask for ice packs. I actually asked if she turned it down, and she said no. It's at the same level, so it's getting easier. Also, I'm Xena Warrior Princess. Oh, watch out. The Xena Warrior Princess with a laser. I discovered that the reason that it was so painful the last time I went for the laser hair removal was because I had just had my period and I was way more sensitive. It actually was like almost intolerable. So schedule around that. After your period, not fun. Before it, not bad. Okay, so we're going back for our 6th appointment. After having gotten these treatments, it's less on my mind. Like if I'm wearing shorts, like the hair on my lower leg or upper leg is so much more fine, but some of it is still there. Some of it's gone, but some of it is still there. I think that's like the number one myth that's been busted, is that like when you get laser hair removal, your hair's just gone. It still comes back either in like little patches or it comes back like really, really fine, which makes it so much easier to manage, I will say, than like how my hair was before, like super coarse. It's been like almost 8 months since this process started. You know, these hairs have grown back. And again, I am not shaving I haven't been shaving my hair at all in between appointments because I really want to track the progress. So this is 6 weeks after my 6th appointment. Okay, so like hairs have grown in here, but like there's really not too much underneath. There's definitely still hair. It's just like really thin and patchy. And then on this side of that same leg, there's almost nothing. Hi, Lucille. Hey, honey. And Chi-Chi's here. Chi-Chi. These beautiful women don't care about removing their hair. Not that much hair left. As you can see, like there is hair back there, but it's so fine. Honestly, I probably wouldn't even bother like shaving this at this point anymore. Like that doesn't bother me in the slightest. I can't show you this, but the bikini, like it's like gone. It's like as a whole, there's less hair, but I definitely still have some whiskers that come through with a vengeance that are like, don't you think you can forget about me? All right, we gotta get ready for our appointment. Okay, so that last laser appointment was not as quick and easy as the one before, but it wasn't as bad as other ones either. The key is just staying away from the time around your period. But otherwise, it's definitely tolerable. It's definitely doable. I always give myself something to do, listen to an audiobook, or even like emails. Honestly, just like having something to do is really nice. And I find that the ice packs are so helpful. This time afterwards, I didn't get goosebumps, which I normally do. Like just from the weather, like I can feel the hair grow back sometimes, but I haven't had that this time. They look good and my legs feel smooth. 4 days later, super smooth, which would never happen normally for me.
How few hairs, no shaving since I got it done, as always. And it's just like, it's actually really kind of crazy.
Let me show you underarm. Nothing. Upper lip, a little something, but not much. Like this would be popping off by now, normally. I'm very pleased with that. At the very least, I'm like, I go to workout classes. It's becoming spring finally. I go to things and I just don't even think about it. Like if there's like a few random hairs, I don't even bother. Cause I'm just like, for the most part, the hair is gone. And if people see those hairs, I really don't care. Just giving you a little update. I'm pleased. It's now been my last time prepping before one of these appointments. It has taken considerably less time, like unbelievably, like a fraction, like a fourth of the time, because the hair is so fine and so far and few in between. I made it through this session without any ice. It was actually, and not saying it was pleasant, but it was easier for some reason. It was quicker. It was done in like 35 minutes. So the hair is definitely not coming back like it used to, which is awesome. Very exciting. I have to say the overall appointments have gotten easier. They're never fun, but they're not as tough. It's wild to me how much your cycle, like where you are in your cycle, contributes to the amount of pain you feel and how sensitive your skin is. Overall, I will say like, I kind of got it down pat now. It definitely takes less time. I know what to expect. The results are fantastic. Like I really don't ever think about shaving until I'm going to my appointment to get all the little hairs that have come back, because there are so many spots where hair doesn't come back, or if it does, it's so fine you can barely tell. I'm really glad I did this. I think it in the long run is worth it if that's what you want. If you don't want to have hair in certain places, just don't be shy to ask for what you need to manage the pain. And sometimes it hurts more than others. Like I said, depending on your cycle, you'll only know when you try. You can always ask them to turn the laser down. Obviously, the higher the power, the more effective. But if it's intolerable, it's not worth it. That's what I've learned. Have your boundaries with it. Have your plan. With the ice packs, maybe the Theragun, you know, there's all different ways you can do it. These are my thoughts after the main swing of this process of getting hair removal done. Very grateful to Laser Away. The technicians really made it all so much easier because you definitely get comfortable being naked. Like you spread your cheeks at one point. You spread them wide open for a stranger. And they're also nice and they make you feel so comfortable, and they're just like, they've seen it all. They've done it all. Bless them. They made this experience much easier for me. Overall in this experience, I am just like very impressed with how easy it is for me now as far as shaving goes. Like I really don't need to. If I do, I'll just touch up a little bit here and there. Like if I see a couple hairs, I'll, tune them up, get rid of them. But otherwise, like I just don't really think about it. It's not something that crosses my mind anymore. I'm very glad that I did this. I wish that I had done it earlier. I wish I had done this like 10 years ago, saved myself hours of shaving, but whatever. We're living in the present. And yeah, honestly, overall, I would say the pain experience from a 1 to 10 at its worst was like an 8. And that was when I was like close to my period. That's when I was the most sensitive. That was a huge learning for me. So everyone's gonna be different. If you're someone who gets a period, you're gonna find out when you're the most sensitive, and you don't wanna go those times, because otherwise it was like a 4. And it wasn't bad really at all. So that makes a huge difference. I didn't find that ibuprofen made any difference as far as like pain relief goes. Other than that, I'd say that it's important to ask the people that are conducting the laser hair removal to use whatever you need as far as ice packs go, or Theragun, or whatever they might have, whatever pain reduction method they might have. And also, if you need them to turn it down, don't try to just push through, just actually turn it down. If it's intolerable, it's not worth it. And they can do that and it still works. It's not like it doesn't do anything. So don't be like me and be stubborn. I learned that the hard way. There's so many things you can do to control the amount of pain that you're gonna feel. And it's going to be different for every single person. So in the long run, I'm so glad I did this. I mean, it's about to be summertime. I'm pumped. I'm not going to be thinking about it. I'm not going to have to worry about all my ingrown hairs and all that stuff when I try to shave for the beach or whatever. So yeah, that was my experience. Hope this was helpful for you guys. Laser White offered to put a link in the description if anyone's interested. And they have different bundles and stuff and promos and whatever. But yeah, so if you're curious, you want to give it a shot, good luck to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's pretty different than my other videos, but please, if you haven't, like and subscribe. And we'll be back to food content coming next week. So I will see you there.